Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with La Résistance DLCs as well as all the rest. And of course, we're playing as the Soviet Union. Poland has just fallen. The Germans have honored, well, the Netherlands just fell, the Ribbentrop Pact. So we are occupying eastern Poland now. Okay, well, we'll wait for that. So, just gotten us more civilian ICs. So we're going to build. We can move that to the top just to get that done. And research. Australian, okay. Just wondered. Hello, Down Under. You're not the only Australian watching right now. If Tippett's still here, that is. Okay, so there's now two of you from Down Under here. I think the most viewership on a live stream from Australia I've ever had. Okay, so we're almost to 1940. Don't know that we need Marines. We'll be... Okay, we can be upgrading the... I don't know if we're going to use paratroopers. Just don't really see the point of them as the Soviets so much. We're going to see how well we can survive a German invasion. So yeah, I don't know whether that will be easy or difficult or what the situation will be. Claim on Bessarabia bypassed. Claims on Poland bypassed. Baltic security, Baltic claims. National focus completed, improved the Stalin line. Why was all that bypassed? Demand Eastern Poland, which we have. Okay, I guess it's sort of... Okay, I don't understand why all that just simply appeared there. Not saying it's wrong. Does that now give us the ability here to war propaganda, dispatch Soviet volunteer support China? That we may do. Well, yeah, let's do the dispatch Soviet volunteer group. To China. Okay, well, we don't want to do war with Germany right now. I don't know. Okay, lessons of war. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, what I would like is, do we have any more mountain divisions? Oh yes, we have 4 more down here. Okay. I want 1 more to come up to here. Okay, I think we might want to increase our, well, I don't know so much strategic bombs. Let's use tactical and scout planes. Okay, another general. Let's see, do we have a mountain warfare type? General at all? Okay, not looking in the decent. So let's see, we can go with an infantry general who's also a winter warfare specialist. And let's hold the Hungarian. No, trash that. Hold the Hungarian border. There we go. Talented new officers, lowers penalty, purge penalty. Let's continue, increase fighter production. And with that, we need to trade for more rubber. Trying to find trading partners that will be good for us, that some of these may disappear. Oh well. Well, we'll do Britain. That they may be able to hold out. German interest in Scandinavia. Norway joins the Allies. Germany declared war on Norway. Okay. So this is how goes the war in the West. The AI did not well defend down here, so France was able to push in there, which may or may not be a good thing. Meaning if they push into here and they, you know, lose Paris because they didn't have enough troops up here, that's a bad thing. But if they push into here, forcing the Germans to react to it, that's a good thing. How goes the war in China? Reasonably well for Japan. U.S.S.R offensive, yeah, 2.0, that's sort of what it is. Not quite an U.S.S.R obviously, but yeah, a limited offensive. Okay, we're in 1940, so that means we can do other texts a little better, a little easier. Yeah, we'll do that. Normally, it should just be a relatively easy job for France to hold against Italy, but even that's looking to be a bit of a difficulty for the AI. Well, it seems that they've been able to stall Germany out here, which is useful. Let's continue with our aviation building program. We're looking at mainly using tactical bombers instead of close air support because of how big the area of operation is and potentially lack of nearby airfields. Sorry about that. Okay. Battle for Baden. Yep. That would work as a good alliteration for operations. Down in this, because I think Baden is somewhere in this area. Now, I obviously had the recent sort of comments about how I think they should have easily cracked the idea of having flags. You know, this is a mountain division. These are mountains. If you have mountains in the areas of operation in your army, you should put the mountain units in the mountain provinces. That should be, in my opinion, a no-brainer. I don't know how hard it is to do in actuality, but apparently, well, I don't know. Quite honestly, I don't know how hard it is. One, and two, I don't know how much continuing effort into the AI Paradox is doing. They have a limited number of resources, people, basically. And they have a lot of games, and they need AI for the games. So I just don't know whether the continuing Hearts of Iron 14 continues to have an AI. It's a paradox. Good one. How much resources, do they have an AI programmer still on the team? Now, okay, well, I'm sure they've had to have an AI programmer when we're looking at, say, the AI programming for whatever they've done for spies. And, all of this, if, the AI is doing much of this. And so they may have been spending all their time programming or working to program AI spy operations and whatever that takes, and not doing ground combat. So I'm sure to whatever degree they've had some available, but they have a limited amount of resources. But what I can really see is the idea of pre-preparation AI planning for something, say like the Norway invasion, and how difficult or easy it is. And I can see it being difficult to go, hey, yeah, here, national focus plan is to do northern push into Norway. Okay, now before you declare war, move, fleet units, air units, ground units, for ready for an invasion, what a human might do, having units sitting at sea ready to dash in. The AI, that I can understand that can be a difficulty. New Soviet man, suicide attacks against enemy ships. Don't know that we really care about that, but again, socialists hate people because they want the new person. They don't like the old person. Okay, we'll annex this. And let's well, let's do an air defense zone. There we go. We'll do an air defense zone. Not that I feel I have plenty of, because we need to expand our production of units. What do these look like? I know I've been putting some up at the front and haven't really looked at them. That's okay. Lots of battalions. Limited support. Yeah, reconnaissance. That we have the equipment for it. I knew we had the personnel. Let's start. No, I want to try. Oh, we have to expand our forces larger. Okay, well, and that's sort of what we did come here to do. Let's add some units here. Hello, 27 Tennis. How you doing? I'm having a very good day. Yeah, I've seen a little bit about Shadow Empire. I don't know how historical it is, and I very well may feature some gameplay on it. I've just gotten the codes and coming out the new expansion to Field of Glory Empires, and I want to play some of that this coming week and put some episodes on that. Now, that's, of course, a historical game. I mostly, I want to focus on, I want to feature, meaning have some episodes of strategy games, and can be science fiction and fantasy games, because I know you all like those games. I do too. I want to maybe do a second YouTube channel that focuses on sci-fi and fantasy. But for this channel, I'm mostly trying to stick to historical games primarily. Now, again, feature it so you know what's going on, but I don't know how much. Well, we could do some more. Another bomber, strategical bomber. Hey, thanks for following the channel. And those watching on YouTube, you can always hit the subscribe button there. Okay, that will. Uh-oh. Resistance to occupation here. Okay, somebody's doing a resistance thing. And we have even more. Okay, let's increase our tank production as well. So, do we have somewhere, I'm sure we do, but do we have somewhere that we haven't already assigned an NKVD unit here? Here we are. Let's take a quick look at that. Yes, they have MPs. That's what I was sort of hoping, thinking. Let's move you down to there. We have any? Okay, and another one over here. Let's move you over to here, so that we get some NKVD operations both in the specific province that they're indicating and in the general state that it's happening in. Yeah, motorized divisions, we very well may be doing more of them. Ah, Vasilov. Recognize the face. That's who we have in charge there. How interesting. I'm sure most of you are aware of his later history. Okay, now. Hmm. Well, we're going to get an event. I don't know if any of you have played this. Those are live here. We're going to get an event, or I thought, though it got bypassed, I hadn't looked at it in detail, but claims on the Baltic. Yes, we have claims here. This says it's competed. Baltic security gains communist daily suppressor. Demand Eastern Poland. Remember not to zoom out all that too far. Because it really was just an occupation. The invasion of Poland really was more of an actual battle. But the Baltic states. Communist pressure, daily support gains, yes. Baltic security claims on Poland. So I don't know if there's a date involved as in 1940 something as the historical dates and an event will pop up or not. Belgium has capitulated. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a moment. Yeah, we should. Yeah, let's do artillery first. Okay, the British Raj just dramatically cut our. Completely end that. Luxembourg has joined the Allies now that Germany has declared war on them. Well, surprisingly, France is holding out. Well, Luxembourg has capitulated. Okay. No, we're leaving our attaches there. And we're going to do the 45mm anti-tank guns. Yep, just spam out more tanks. Okay, we're mostly, well, we're all building.
До приказа. Выходим.
Okay, right, what I'm really looking for is map showing me my defenses. Yeah, I get resistance. That's happening there. Okay. And I know if we come in, we can see. But let's look here. Let's look. Where do we have resistance? Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Not necessarily the best resistance line I could think of. So let's also start seeing about building more resistance. I guess that's where we need to be here. Once we get some of that done. What's yeah, you may, of course, 27 tennis, you may ask a question on the Hoi 3 mod. I will do my best to answer it. How about the Decisive Campaign World War II game, Case Blue? I have not played those. So I can't, I've heard of them. I can't comment on them with any informed decision. There's a bunch of stuff I haven't played. Now, I will say in general concept, because also I have played things like Gary Grigsby's War in the East. The AI, besides the question of the AI, what you can do with something like that is make a game that is limited in its operation, that can well match historical realities. And so you just, it's, like you say, Case Blue, which, that's, if I'm not mistaken, the Stalingrad caucus campaign, whatever you want to call that. Barbarossa, bigger, scope, or, going after Poland or something like that. Those are really good war games. They deal with the realities of the situation if done well at the time, and that's really good. And those are good, fun campaigns to play. What has always really fascinated me is sort of at a higher level. What if you produced more Panzer IVs? And if you could either produce more Panzer IVs, and then either maintain the full strength units that you already had, and or increase the number of German panzer divisions, can you change the outcome of Barbarossa? Now of course you can go, can you change the outcome of Barbarossa based on what they had historically? That's a good question, but that can also come down to simply being playing against a good or bad player on the other side, whoever's playing the Soviets, as opposed to, how good your forces are. So I like the grand strategy a little better, but it's also a little harder to do. Okay, you're running 8.5, but there's a bug on it with Germany not doing his war thing. So can I just copy and paste into 9.4 into the mod file, or no? You need to basically have you need to install the other game. You with Germany not doing his war things, very well may be, if you're using the newer version of the game from Steam that has the security bug fix in it. I'm understanding that is breaking a lot of things, particularly with black ice. So you need to run the version without the security bug fix. Yeah, means you're running a game with some potential security leak problem. I don't know exactly how vulnerable it's leaving you, but I've heard that causing the same problem with later versions. So I don't know if that's your problem, 27, but I have heard that is a problem. Okay, so what we want to do is hold whatever river this is. Sorry, I don't remember. So we're going to put fortifications along here. And yes, I do know that is the Priapet marshes, but we are going to try to hold this side from being flanked. So that is going to be a bit of a defensive line there. Only yet to get that territory, but so let's do double fortifications here because we don't have a river to defend along. Okay, that is going to be our... Yes, so yeah, that is a recent bug fix that was generically added to many Paradox games. I don't know whether it's most or some, but so what you can do is one, you need to be moving the Steam file out of the normal Steam folder. You can look at my install video guide that talks about it. But two, before you do that, go into properties and then look at betas or whatever to look and get the older version with it'll have a no bug fix tag on it. And then oh, well, okay. Also know 27, as soon as you tag switch to Germany, your game is fucked. So don't even consider playing any Black Ice game once you tag switch once for 1 millisecond. So never do that, because otherwise your game is completely fucked. You're doing worse than anything possible. So yeah, once you tag switch once, your game is fucked. The fall of Paris. Just know that about Black Ice. Never now, if you want to I want to see what the other side's doing, make a save, tag switch, and then completely leave the game and go back to the previous save. That just for looking at what the other side's doing, because there is problems with that, because Black Ice codes things. One version for the AI, one version for human players. Once you tag switch over, the country you've been playing now shows up to the game as being AI controlled, and it shows that the country you've just come over is now being human controlled. So that screws those up, and when you tag switch back, you're screwing it up even more. So yeah, don't ever tag switch and continue playing a game. So like I say, if say we're playing this and we want to, I want to see what Germany's doing, something screwy. So then you just go up, save the game, tag switch over, look at Germany, then leave and come back into your save before the tag switch. And then obviously that save is fine, but you just get to look for informational purposes, maybe spying, but look for informational purposes on the opposite thing. But you can't jump back and forth. Just that's the way Black Ice is coding stuff, which is really cool, because the reason it's cool is sometimes, as we're saying, is the AI can't always make good decisions. So Rudolf Hess dies in this version in his in his flight, shall we say. So yeah, so that's So they can do stuff that is good for the game, but a human player can handle easily, but an AI can't. And it can do things like trigger all kinds of stuff that could happen to your game. And some you may not notice. You're playing, once you go back, you may not notice what's going on with the country you jumped over to, but it will be a bit of a problem. Okay, why do we have this guy in the city?
Выходим!
Are we gonna have to actually fight the winter war?
Так точно!
Well, you're an NKVD unit. You're an NKVD unit. You guys are not.
Слушаю.
But you need to hold that. Yeah. Denmark has capitulated. Well, let's move one of these NKVD, yes, units that we found here down to here where we see resistance operations.
Выходим!
Oh, I love it too. I still think it's better than this. Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 4 has really good points. I love the production of equipment and the training of units instead of producing units. I love a lot of the stuff that Hearts of Iron 4 is doing. It's just not there yet, even beyond not just the bad AI. But don't forget, Hearts of Iron 3 still has, you're very welcome, bad AI. It's just Hearts of Iron 4 is worse AI. Okay, well, at least Germany has successfully, and Italy has successfully invaded Norway, or at least landed troops in there. Oh, interesting. Okay. The annexation of Tanutava. Very nice. We're going to rehabilitate this national. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Instead of NKVD units, even if it causes me some other trouble. Okay, well, we have... I'm just partially getting ready for the meat grinder of things. Let's see, we have some... Instead of having two different types of armored divisions, which is not entirely a bad idea, especially if you're going to have, say, a few that have a heavy tank company or something. That isn't entirely a bad idea, but let's see if we go to armored battalions to a medium tank battalion. Okay, we need 600. We have 555 available. That's good. For a peacetime, understrengthening it a little bit is fine. So we will do that. So now we are starting to... But to counter... Oh, no. Stay there. We want to come to this here. Let's add a bunch more factories to produce medium tanks to get the shortfall and and also in a general concept, this is not a bad idea. I just because it's prompting me, hey, you have outdated equipment. And yes, I know I do. But okay, this may not as easily be shown here. The effort it takes to make this here, which is currently 2 steel and whatnot, versus here. See, this factory resource per factory is 3 steel for the PPSH, is 2 steel for this. So producing outdated equipment, not just simply that it is more streamlined, can simply just mean more equipment for cheaper use. Now, when you're talking something like anti-tank guns, you have the sort of metric is, will those anti-tank guns be, are you shooting 37 millimeter guns at Tigers? Not probably, going to work so well compared to shooting, 88 millimeter guns, or Soviet version would be 85 millimeter guns at Tigers. So there is sort of that sort of factor in some of this that makes needing to keep up to the times a bit more important, but it's not necessarily always a bad thing. And so just keep that in mind when we're looking at some of upgrading in numbers. Because I want a lot more Soviet divisions. And we have a lot of equipment, we have a lot of manpower. So let's add a bunch more units. Okay. Banovina of Croatia results Canadian problems for Croatian nations. Okay. Now can we, we haven't been paying enough attention down here. Can we end this farce? Oh no, we don't want to dismiss the operative. How do I cancel the operation? Or is it? So I just have not played around with intelligent. Okay, no, none in progress. Okay, so I want you to come home. No, I want to dismiss. Maybe just assign. Okay, we're going to assign him to the new area. That's what we'll do. So, oh, okay, no, oh boy. Okay. Counterintelligence here. And counterintelligence here. Okay, so we've ended our Spanish operation, I think, entirely. Yeah. We still have sort of the fact that's going to go away. We're going to set up and try to, I don't know that we have the right person here, but he's going to build an intelligent network, and we're going to try to get the German cipher here. Okay, are you going to take the Baltics or Finland first? I'm not sure how it's... I'm waiting for an event because I just want to occupy it. I don't have to invade it. And I just haven't played the Soviets before, quite honestly, at all. They should just get either an event or a I mean, because here we go diplomacy. I have to, what, justify? I already have. I thought claims on their territory and didn't need to justify. So I have not played this from this perspective. So I don't know what I'm expecting event operations to happen, but maybe you must justify on the states, then the event happens. Okay, same with well, see, I've never played Soviet Union before. Good strategy for keeping some older guns in production. You need every gun for the absolutely. And so yeah, you want mass numbers of weapons for that. Okay, so we'll justify war goals on these guys. I guess take claim states. Yeah, I know it may seem sort of ridiculous, but I really have not played the Soviets before. Don't know if we should do Katyushas or not. Okay, radar detection. Okay, we'll do that. And no, we won't spend our more because we may decide to make variants because we're not playing Black Ice, which is locked into. Now here we will upgrade because I want the better armor penetrating values of improved guns, but we, like I say, may be making some variants. Let's increase the number of fighters. Well, I'm just sort of going with history because they just grabbed up all three at once and then sort of at the same time pressured Romania. Oh, I may crash and burn with this. Oh, I don't know. I'm not claiming I'm going to win this or anything particularly great. Okay, we are. Okay, oppress, send the, okay, Latvia cannot withstand, okay, the might of the Red Army. Soviet ultimatum. Okay. Talented new officers, great. Send the ultimatum. Let's do more scout planes, see how that works out. Back to this. Okay, so we're now getting into production of our defensive line here. And okay, Romania surrenders. Excellent. Very good. Thank you for the hint. I needed that. Just as Stalin, angered by Latvian posturing. Okay, the naive citizens of those naive citizens. So you imagine that Latvian people are of peace, entirely out of touch with reality. Those life. Okay. Regardless, we must prepare for war. Gets angered by Latvian posturing. Okay, well, we may need to have we may need to have forces there to push. Latvia submits. You are socialist now. Very good. Well, we didn't need to do that. Okay, cool. Welcome to the Soviet Union, comrades. Second Vienna Award. Hungary joins the Axis. Okay, so yes, very good. I guess I need to redraw this line. Oh, no. What? Cancel. This, okay. And let's come here. All the way there. There we go. Well, now where am I spamming in all my divisions?
Жду приказа.
Here.
Внимание!
Okay, you guys come up to here just because we may get a fight with Finland. So, well, we're going to end this episode, not the live stream, but the episode will be ending now. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Of course, you can follow me if you want over on Twitch if you like. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.